Good morning. Do that again. Good morning. Hi. It's Friday, February 25th, 2022. My name is Terry Morgan. We are here to practice Wudang Qigong. We have the advanced sets this morning, sets 10 through 18, maybe. I have taken a look at a couple of things that I want to pay attention to, and I kind of separated just a little bit the sets into different groupings. So there's a grouping that focuses on our leg work, there's a grouping that focuses on the waist, and there's another grouping that is pretty much everything all together all at once. We're going to work on the waist this morning. Okay. So we have stirring the grass, and these are all snake movements, by the way. Stirring the grass to seek the snake, coiling snake, and white snake sticks out its tongue. These three sets, we're going to pay special attention to how the waist turns and what we can do to improve that. Let's get started. And what do our basic stretch? Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. Shoulders down. Pull up through the head, through the crown of the head. Wiggle fingers, wiggle the toes. Hands circle to the front. Back around to both sides. Up along the center line. And reach out. Extend out over the legs. Roll up through the spine. And reach up. Reach out over the legs. And one more time. Reach up. Extend. Smile. Fingertips, elbows drop down, wrists, hands return to your sides. Okay. So, our stirring the grass to seek the snake, right? We have this turn, 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 open. Pay attention, we're going to do this 3 sets, okay? Similar to what we've done, what I did last week, except we're going to keep going, right? There's going to be more. The first set we're going to do, pay attention to keeping the movement quiet. I did a lot of that yesterday. Quiet and soft. We want to open everything. And as we work through the sets, open the hip, open the waist. Pull up from underneath the ribs, inside. It's not outside, it's inside. Pull up. All right, and pull in here. Right here. Pull this in. As if you have a very wide belt. Yeah, wide belt. All right. And you tighten it just a bit. That's what you want. Separate the ribs and the hips, open the waist. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. And breathe in. Breathe out. Turn. 1, 2, 3, open to the left, nice and easy, and turn to the right, turn left, 1, 2, 3, open, and center. Turn to the right. 1, 2, 3, open, and center. Turn left, right, left, right. Open the waist as you turn. Let the waist handle the turn. Pull in more. Nice and easy. Two more. Relax the breath. Last time. And hands down on both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels, and lower. Stay there. And breathe in. Breathe out. Alright, just now, should have been paying attention to how easy, how simple can I make this movement, and how quiet. This was just take it easy, work through. This time, we want to pay more attention to turning the waist. So we want to engage a little bit more, use just a little more strength, not a lot, okay? No, no, don't do that. Don't ever do that Qigong. Not in our Qigong, okay? There's hard Qigong, you can do stuff like that. Don't do that. Not here. All right, so we're going to engage a little bit more and pay more attention to keeping the hip forward and turning through the waist. Ribs, hip stays here, ribs turn. Okay? Normally, we don't want to do that. Okay? We want the hip to move with. Everything turns. Everything goes all together, right? We want that. For this exercise, to pay more attention to what we need to do with the muscles in the waist. Keep the hip still. Turn the waist. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. And breathe in. Breathe out. Turn to the left. Keep the hips still. And turn. Again. Keep the hips still. Open the waist. A lot more work in the upper body. A lot of stability required through the hip. Hold the hip. Turn through the waist. Hold the hip. Use the waist. as you turn, pull in more through the abs, through the center of the body, through the core. Pull that in to support the hip and keep it from turning. Only the upper body moves until we open. Only the upper body. Two more. Keep the shoulders down. Hold through the center. Last time. Hands down on both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Stay there, breathe in, breathe out. All right, this idea that I talked about before, that you've got a belt goes around the waist. It's a wide belt, right? Not a little thin belt, it's a wide belt. All right, and as we turn, the ribs and hips go with, right? This waist turns. Yeah, I did hula hoop from years and years ago. Turn the waist. Except you have to turn the hips, and there's a bunch of other things you have to do to be able to get one of those things to work. The last set that we're going to do is to take what we just practiced and reapply it using the hips. All right? So keeping the hips still, only turning through the upper body, is an exercise that we can use to help open the waist and help build the skill to turn the waist. It is not correct. I'm going to beat up on that forever and ever and ever. It is not correct to not engage the lower body. The upper body and the lower body have to work together. They're both part of the movement. To take the movement apart, this analysis that we're doing right now, and to understand how it works, and then put it back, right? Take something apart. You ever take something apart when you were a kid and not be able to put it back together? I got better at it, right? I did. I got better at it. So we're going to put this all back together now. Engage the hips. Make sure that this stays pulled in. This is up. This pulls in and up. Everything moves together. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. Pull up through the crown of the head. Tip of the tongue touches the roof of the mouth. And breathe in. Breathe out. And turn. Everything works together. 1, 2, 3. Open and center. It should feel really comfortable to not be holding the lower body still. 1, 2, 3. Does for me. 2, 3. It also gives us the opportunity to better understand the small muscles in the hips and the lower back. And turn left. 1, 2, 3. Open. Center. And right. 1, 2, 3. Open. And back to center. Turn again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, count it different. And go back to center. Alright, and turn. And open. 2, 3, 4. And come back to center. 2 more. Turn 1. And 2. Last time, turn to left. Open. And come to center. Turn to the right. Open. And come to center. Hands down along both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels and lower. Stay there. Breathe in. And breathe out. Alright. This idea that we have small muscles that we don't normally use, that we don't normally pay attention to, but we need to engage while we're practicing. We're going to keep working the waist, coiling snake. I said at the beginning I had grouped the exercises, so we've got the snake exercises that we're working on today to work on the waist. This turning through the waist. The waist opens. I need my hands. Okay. So, this is the waist. Space here, right here, in between my hands. Upper body, lower body. Let me go down here. There, hey, there we go. Okay. Right here. This space is your waist. Pretty much right where right about where my hands are. Lower body, upper body. All right. As we move, we want to turn through that space. Yes, you can do this. Everything moves together, you can. All right. Upper body turns. My shoulders can go this way, my hips can go that way. They can. They are. All right, I'm holding my hips to go that way. Shoulders going this way. Turn through the back. Right? If the hip is going in the same direction, which is what we want, okay? We don't want the hip to go in the opposite direction. Not necessarily a good thing. It's not. We want the hip to go with, in the same direction, moving independently. That separation to move independently. I'm going to turn my shoulders this way and turn my hip that way. That gives me that separation. Just that turn. What we just did in, excuse me, in stirring the grass, to hold the hip straight and turn the upper body around the hip, don't move the hip, is the same idea that we're using that exercise to develop the physical body. I'm paying a lot of attention to physical body today. To develop the physical body so that we can then use that skill that we've developed correctly in practice. All right? So, knowing I can go this way, I can go that way. Which direction am I going? Which one do I want? I want the coordinated effort. I don't want the opposition. Okay? As we turn, coiling snake, or sink, let me bring my hand down here. This turn, right? So, twist, and down. As we sink, pay attention to this idea that everything is turning, everything is well supported, everything being the entire torso. So the upper body supports itself, the hips are pulled up, the legs are open, the back is suspended, right? Pull up through the crown of the head. So that going up and down is less about using the legs and more about the turn. First time, nice and easy. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. Relax the shoulders. Pull up through the crown of the head. And breathe in. Breathe out. Turn the left toes. Both hands up. Turn. Coiling snake. Nice and easy. And on the right, turn. Nice and easy. Just take it easy. There'll be time to do more in a minute. Relax through the movement. Focus on twisting and turning and keeping the back straight, keeping the body suspended, and allowing the leg to bend. Support the waist. Pull in as you sink. Support the shoulders from underneath. So the upper body is well suspended and the waist can turn. Two more. And last time. Hands down on both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Stay there, breathe in, breathe out. This time, okay, we're not going to separate the waist and hips, we're not going to separate the upper body and lower body again this time. Breathing. As we're turning, as we're moving, this idea that we're also massaging our internal organs is true. This gentle movement gives the internal organs a very nice little rub down. The lungs need their part too. As we turn, as we're moving, use the breath. This time, focus on the breath. Use the breath to help with that turn. So as we breathe in, nice easy breath, right? Breathe in, breathe out. As you breathe out, pull in. Everything pulls in. Diaphragm pulls up, lungs pull in, push the air out, right? All of the muscles, all through the waist, everything pulls in as you breathe out. And we go down. Pay attention to your breath. Stand straight, feet about shoulder width apart. Relax the body, relax the breath, relax the lower back, and breathe in. Breathe out. Turn left, breathe in. Sink, breathe out, pull in. Everything pulls in as you twist down. Come back to center. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Pull up. Breathe out. Everything pulls in. Open, suspend, and breathe out. Turn, pull in. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. Keep going. Try not to lean. Two more. Keep the back straight. Stay centered. Keep the shoulders down. Well connected. Last time. Hands down along both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Stay there, breathe in. And breathe out. This turning and twisting. As the hip is more able to open, and the upper body is more able to sustain itself, right? So you're pulled up over your legs. Even though the intent is to sink down, this idea that we pull up to suspend so that we can go down. Bird that's trying to take off needs a surface to push against to go up. We use a similar concept right here. So this idea that we want to pay attention to both the sense of pulling up and pulling in, up and in. As we start down is important. It gives us the ability to sink further. This time we're going to do the same set, and we're going to pay attention to that idea. We're not going to. I'm not going to go try and go all the way up and down. As a matter of fact, we're going to make that a smaller dip, and we're going to pay special attention to this whole idea of turning. Everything turns. Alright? So if my hips stay front, that's about as far as my shoulders are going. Really. If I let my hips engage, And don't drop the knee in, keep it open, right? This stays, it doesn't, right? Excuse me, as we're turning in this, it does tuck in. Sorry, excuse me. Apologies for that. Normally, right, if I'm practicing this turn, if I'm practicing the turn through the hip and the waist, ribs, waist, hips, turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pay attention to just those three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If that's what I'm paying attention to, this turning, then I don't want to move my feet. In Coiling Snake, we do move our feet. We do. All right? My sustaining foot, step back here for a second. Sustaining foot turns out a little bit so that as I twist down, right, weight over the heel, weight over the heel, weight stays over the heel, and there remains space so that my legs can move independently of each other, right? As part ankle and part hip, all right? As we turn, keep that open, nice and easy. We're not going to go down that far. Pay attention to that twisting. Feet about shoulder width apart, stand straight. And breathe in, palms up. And breathe out, press down. Nice and easy. Pay attention to the turn. Twist through the upper body. Where does the hip go? Hold across the front of the hip, both sides. Hold up through the sides, through the waist. Pull up the hip, open the leg. Let the leg turn. Keep the shoulders down and well connected through the upper back. Pull up from underneath as you sink. Hold and pull up. Come back to center. Breathe in, breathe out. Pull in, come back to center. Nice and easy. Pay attention to the waist. Twist. Two more. Twist. Pull in and turn. Pull in and turn. Last time. Come back to center. Hands down along both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Stay there, breathe in. And breathe out. Alright, we have one more set that we're going to work on this morning, and is White Snake Sticks Out Its Tongue. I said at the beginning we're going to do snake moves. White Snake Sticks Out Its Tongue. This turn again, right? Hips, waist, shoulders. Everything works together. We're not so much, and we'll just start with the easy one first, just nice and easy. Turn, turn, turn. This, everything works together, right? Is not hands out here doing something, okay? Your hands don't do very much. They really don't. It's all about the waist. As the waist turns, the result is, right? Turn the waist. The result is that my hand goes here. I didn't think about putting my hand here and then, let me turn the waist too. Right? No. It goes together. Pay attention to that idea that the waist drives and the result is what we see in this case in the upper body. This turning. Leave that shoulder width apart. Relax the breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Nice and easy. Just natural breath. And breathe in, breathe out. And breathe in, palms up. And breathe out. Turn left. 1, 2, 3, and come across. 1, 2, 3. Up on the right, nice and easy. 1, 2, 3. Extend through the waist. 2, 3. 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, turn 6, and center. And turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and center. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Nice and easy. Open the waist. Pay attention to the separation between the ribs and the hips. Pull in and turn. And 2, 3, pull in and turn. Turn. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more. Last time. Come across and center. Palms up, press down on both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Stay there, breathe in, breathe out. We're still turning the waist. But we get to add a little spice to it. It's not just this plain turning. We want this. We do. We don't want to exaggerate it. It shouldn't be too much. Shouldn't be overdone. But the idea that we are going to actively use, and I mean this big circle, we're going to actively use this turning as we work through the exercise. You're going to pay attention to that now. Right? This That belt I talked about, tighten it just a little bit. Just tighten it. All right? As we turn, each turn, tighten that belt just a tiny little bit more. You don't tighten it a lot the first time because then you got no place to go. Just a tiny little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more, so that as we reach the end of the set, you feel very much the sense that your hips are open, that the leg can move freely in the hip, that the hips are suspended from, like a pair of suspenders right up here. Right? That inside muscles pull up. Right? That you pull up from underneath the ribs, support the back, sustain the shoulders. Okay? The shoulders are heavy, big bones in the back there. Sustain the shoulders and turn. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. Pick a spot. And breathe in. Breathe out. And pull in. Pull in again. And a little bit more. Hold through the abs. Hold underneath. Across the ribs. And turn. Pull in. A little bit more. Use the back. Mid back. Jaji down to the Ming Men. And come across. Hold through the center. Pull in. 2 more. Hold through the center. Pull in. Alright, last time, pull in as much as you can. Yeah, pull it in. And center. Breathe in. Palms up. Breathe out. Press down along both sides. Pull up to the ground head. Raise the heels and lower. Stay there. Relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Alright, like everything else that we've been doing today, we're going to do one more set. We're going to do one more set. This time, we want to pay more attention to the full coordination of the movement and the breath, so that we're using the breath to help drive the movement. This pull in more, gives us part of that. As we try and do this, as we really try and pull in more. So you're pulling into the natural position of the muscle and tendon. You have to know what that natural position is, right? So I talk about pull up here, and I talk about pull up through here. You got little muscles under here that you really can pull up. Muscles go across here. I've talked about going across the, get out the anatomy book. I'm not doing that right now. All right, we're not. We are going to pay attention to this idea that belt is going to help sustain the waist, keep it open, and allow the body to turn. The more open the hip is, and we're going to do this with knees bent just a little bit more, the more open the hip is, the easier it is to complete this turn. The other thing that we are going to pay attention to this time is the connection with the lower dantian and the circles, all of them, that start from here. Let's try. Pull in. It helps. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. And breathe in. Breathe out. Sink just a little bit. Up from underneath. Breathe in. Lower dantian in. Pay attention. Turn the waist. And 1, 2, 3. Connect what you're doing through the whole body. Where's the circle? Which direction is it going this time? Up and around and out. 2, 3, to the left and the right. 2, 3, and this is not straight. This is round. Every move, turn, 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 and turn again. Turn the waist, 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 turn the waist. And turn. 2, 3, pull in. Drive the movement from the lower dantian. Pull in across the hip. Pull up. Open the waist. Focus the mind. Focus the breath. Keep the connection. 2 more. Come across. Last time. Circles. And turn. And circles. And turn. And breathe in. Hands down along both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Stay there, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right. Yes, in fact, I did. That last set. Okay, we're here. 1, 2, 3. And you come across. In here. And we go 1. And I started. I did. I did. I started that one and then I changed and I flipped it. I was thinking, right? I was thinking, this is what I'm going to do. That's what I did. We want that connection. I need to have a little more discipline with that connection this morning. But that's exactly the kind of thing that we want to develop. That I think about this movement. I'm going to think, I really do have to pay attention to what I'm doing, because if I don't, I won't do it. Right? I think about what it is I'm doing, and it's there. We want that. We do. Alright, I'm going to wrap up for today. All of the things that we did today, pay attention to the waist. Okay, and I use this idea of a belt so that we've got, wide belt, we've got a sense that this separation between the ribs and hips is present. It's there. We want to use that to help drive the movement. So as the waist turns, we gain more range of movement through engaging the hip, right? As I sink, I release the hip, now I can move more, right? We want that skill. We want to develop that ability to decide what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, what direction we're going to move, and we want the flexibility through the body, much as possible, to move as we choose. I'm going to do more of this next week. This is advanced class. We're going to do a little bit more of it. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I am going to still be working on Shinny's 5 elements and the 5 elements linking form. I'm going to start transitioning to the 12 animals linking form and focus again just a little bit more on some of those basic fundamentals that will carry through all of our Shinny practice. Thursday and Friday, I'm here with Qigong. Thursday, the basic sets. Friday, advanced sets. I hope you'll join me. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.